This is going to be a classic WoW Paladin tanking guide for Deadmines. And I'm just gonna show like where most tanks have the most problems. So here in the beginning, running in and pulling. So you got this mage here. You want to make sure you interrupt his flame strike, and I think it's okay too if you lose aggro and someone else pulls. Just kill it as fast as you can. And as a paladin, I like to off heal. So here, just consecrate and pull the mage here. Also, I like to use Blessing of Wisdom because it ensures that I have mana to off heal. And just like that, you move on to the next section here. I just like to pull a lot, especially with Consecrate. As a lower level, you probably want to pull a little less because you don't have Consecrate. But either way, it's the same thing, just auto attack. I try to not use too much mana so I can off heal in emergencies. As you can see here, I'm always pretty above 50%. Just pull here and consecrate. And also, by having Blessing of Wisdom on, I find that every tick of mana regenerated gives me threats. I tested this and it seems to work. I tried to pull here quick before the boss went back further, because when he's that far out, you won't pull the ads next to him. So here, Seal of the Crusader to increase damage, and I almost died here, but the healer was pretty quick on that.
That's still recharging.
Like I said, if this mage here pulled and I just quickly used Blessing of Protection on him, I like this add-on, Healbot. It allows me to quickly heal or bubble someone or even buff them. I ran into this little section here to bring the other ad because of line of sight. So just also using Retribution Aura whenever you get attacked, that also does gain your threat, especially with the Pally Righteous of Fury buff. Quickly up. Just pull this guy. You also want to watch out for pats or patrols. So take care of that however you see fit. Here I'm just waiting for the healer to get some mana. I'm quickly looking to see if the rare is here. I didn't see him.
That's still recharging.
Also, we pulled this pat. I don't know how. We almost died, but especially as a paladin tank, you shouldn't worry too much because you can always heal, which is why I don't like to use too much mana for emergencies. I find I never really drink in dungeons. Most paladin tanks I've seen always seem to drink a lot, but I think it's really unnecessary if you know what you're doing. So here on this section are the goblins. I just run in real quick, throw consecrate, and that didn't really help too much. But no worries, I can always off heal, as you'll see in a second. The mage right now is pretty much tanking, so I'm just gonna heal him. I got plenty of mana left. I'm not gonna waste any on consecrate.
That's still recharging.
So another boss here. Throw some consecrate down. I like to use Seal of the Crusader to increase my holy damage, so make sure you use that.
I don't have a target.
Fortunately, I lost aggro here, but honestly, it's not a big deal. The boss is almost dead. After that boss, there are other patrols, so watch out for that. That's what I'm constantly doing right now, is looking back, trying to grab just a bit of ads. As you can see, I'm just looking back to make sure the patrols aren't here yet. Because of that mage, that other elite over there got pulled.
I can't cast that yet.
So right now I'm just trying to take care of this mage first, because that should help us. As you can see, we pulled the other patrol, and luckily one mage quickly sheeped. Interrupt flame strike. Now this next section is not everyone's favorite for tanking, I find, because of the goblins running away and pulling more. But as a paladin tank, you can off heal. It's not really a big deal, as long as you know to save your mana. I like to use my key binding to set my target macros, like for sheeping, for example. So here we go. We're at this section here, at the bottom, and you're gonna see some goblins run away and pull more goblins, for example right now. As you can just see, we pulled 2 more goblins. I'm just gonna off heal now. Right now it's not too bad, so I'm just gonna keep healing a bit. I'm trying not to waste consecrate in case I have to heal. I like to carry around with me health potions, as that also increases your threat when you drink one. And I have 50% mana left. Just auto attack and regenerate your mana. This is another case where another goblin was pulled. I'm just showing that it's not a big deal. Just off heal. Auto attack to make sure to regenerate mana. Always make sure you have your Blessing of Wisdom up so you can get mana back. I like to use this add-on that shows me in big pictures how long my buffs will last, because the buffs only last for a few moments, 5 minutes, 26 seconds, and I like to have auto attack there so I can see when my next attack will be. This part I tried avoiding pulling the boss just for a clean pull, but the warlock pulled the boss.
I can't cast that yet.
And I'm just gonna carefully watch my mana and the healer's mana and just off heal. But it looks like everything's dying pretty quickly, so it's not a problem. This next part I kind of screw up. This is actually my fault. I just run in and I just try to pull a few. There's a DPS there next to me, so I think it's fine. I was trying to avoid the pats that usually appear after that last goblin boss. So as you can see, I'm almost dying here. Lay on hands. My mana's out, so not a big deal. Just auto attack until you regenerate mana. Bubble if you need to. But it looks like I'm fine.
You there! Check out that noise!
This next part, after you blow up the gate, I just throw down Consecrate. My mana's pretty low, so just auto attack and regenerate until you get some more mana back. Generally, when you're a higher level, I like to use a faster weapon to regenerate mana and gain threat. But right now, as a low level in Deadmines, it doesn't matter too much. If you're a low level, I think you should use a faster weapon. So the boss fight, I tried to sheep one ad so we could take care of one, but the mages derped. but this fight is going pretty easy that I can even type. Just kill this guy. I like to pull Mr. Smite far away, because when he runs to his chest to get more weapons, by that time the stun that he puts on us will be over.
Landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
That's still recharging.
This next gen is a little tough if you're a low level and you don't have Consecrate, because you can pull too much. But if that happens, don't worry too much. Try to conserve your mana and off heal. I'm going for the Cook first before I head to Van Cleef. So Cookie is a pretty easy fight. Consecrate, Seal a Crusader. I'm pretty low on mana, so I'm just going to auto attack and regenerate mana at the same time. So under this ramp, sometimes you can pull too many. As always, just off heal and try to conserve your mana.
That spell isn't ready yet. I try to keep Blessing of Protection on reserve in case of bigger emergencies. Watch out for pulling the boss from the top. That's still recharging.
When the boss is patrolling, I like to keep close to the edge right here, as that'll make
ensure that I don't pull the boss. So in this section, we accidentally pulled the boss. I'm gonna blame it on the warlock, because that is what happens. I think he's level 20 or something. Anyway, we pulled. And the healer barely has any mana either. So watch what I do here. I'm almost dead, but the healer is good. And he seems to be staying on top of my health. So I'm gonna off heal. It looks like we're about to kill one ad. To just help heal. And I have a lot of mana left. Auto attack and just keep healing. And we got one ad. And I still have Blessing of Protection just in case. But I didn't have to use it. I'd rather save it for Van Cleef.
None may challenge the Brotherhood.
Van Cleef hits really hard. So make sure you watch your health and the healer's mana. So right now I'm just gonna try focusing on healing a bit. Almost dead there. I bubbled. When I bubble, I try to bubble the healer just in case, but I didn't need to do that on this fight.
Fools! Our cause is righteous.
I can't cast that yet.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
As you can see, that ad is attacking the healer, and the healer's almost dead. Quick bubble. And that's it. That was the Deadmines tanking guide. And I'll be doing Shadowfang Keep next.